I don't know if you can tell, but I was at a party the other night and I singed this eyebrow a little bit. If you can look up there, it's like kind of melted hair, and it feels really weird and melty and coarse, and also you can see how terrible my skin is. So today kind of feels like a vlogging day to me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that today, because you know, you never get sick of that. So my rough plan is, now I'm gonna take a shower and clean myself up because I'm disgusting. I am going to watch banana tofu cucumber, or banana cucumber tofu, or whichever order they're supposed to be in, because I haven't seen it yet. I am going to do the washing up, and then I think I'm going to go for a walk in Fitzgerald Park. So you have all that to look forward to. Well, you're not coming in the shower with me. That's private, non-vlogging time. But yes, that is the plan for today. Anyway, and then I think I'm going out for drinks with Gemma later. So, hey, cool. Done and done. So I just finished watching Cucumber and Banana. I haven't seen Tofu yet, but I'll watch it later. Oh my god, oh, they're so good. Oh, they're so good. I've missed Russell T Davies. Yeah, Cucumber, first of all, was so good. It really feels like a kind of a... If you're looking at Russell T Davies' career, obviously it starts with, well, it doesn't start with, but you know, the first thing of note that he did would be Queer as Folk. And because this is set in Manchester, and you know, you get to see, oh, seeing Canal Street. Oh, seeing Canal Street, and it just reminded me of Stuart and Vince strolling along, and oh god, it's so good, it's so good. Oh, I love it so much. It's so good. Yeah, it almost feels like a companion piece to Queer as Folk. And then Banana. Oh, Banana. Oh, Dean. I need to stop falling in love with boys called Dean, especially fictional boys called Dean. It's just, it leads nowhere good. But I love Dean because he's such a little liar. He feels so like Nathan. He is just Nathan from Queer as Folk. He really feels like a Nathan. He's that kind of total selfish, childish liar of a character, but still charming and sympathetic, and oh, so good. Freddie's beautiful, and if Freddie's really bisexual, then oh, thank God. Well, first of all, thank God, because we need more of that on TV, but also, yay, because he's hot, and that's nice. I liked Banana. I loved his little dream sequence on the bus, because I do that all the time, and I think everyone does that, but you see that sort of daydreaming kind of thing. You see that so rarely in TV or in films or something, but it's something everybody does on a day-to-day basis, and yet it's something that's so rarely portrayed, which is weird. It's so nice to have Russell T Davies back on Channel 4, back with Red Productions, back in Manchester, and just it all it's so good. I don't think I'd realised until just now, like just when I was watching Cucumber and Banana, I don't think I'd really realised how much I missed watching Russell T Davies writing. How much I missed his voice and his perspective, because I think that's a voice and a perspective on the world that really shaped my worldview when I was younger, because, you know, I watched Queer as Folk when I was far too young to have watched it. In fact, definitely when I was far too young to have watched it, but I did, anyway. I watched Queer as Folk before I saw Doctor Who, but before I saw any Doctor Who. So I must have been, what, like 12, 13? She's probably too young, but loved it anyway. I just find his voice and his writing style to be so honest, like painfully honest and embarrassingly honest, like cringe-inducingly honest at times, and also hilarious, but it's funny in a way that you're laughing because you do things like that. It's not grim. His stories are so hopeful. There's always this hope and this joy and laughter in everything that he writes that a lot of like naturalistic, like stories that people praise for their naturalism are always grim and awful and grey and like maybe like really well written and great stories and well done, but that's not real life. I mean, real life is dark and scary and miserable, but it's like Freddie says in the first episode of Banana, when he's telling the story about that girl whose parents kicked her out for being a lesbian, and you know they're kicking her out and she's storming off, and then her car won't start. That's ridiculous. Like, ridiculous, stupid things happen every day, and they happen in the middle of a crisis. It's like when my granddad died, and it was super upsetting and traumatic. It still is. It's really, it hurts, you know, because he was such a massive part of all of our lives, and it just, like, it's awful. But I remember when we went in to see him, it was the night before the wake, and it was just family in to see him, you know, before the wake the next day, or the removal the next day, or whichever, I can't remember. But we all went into the room to see him, and he was lying in the coffin, and the fucking undertakers had given him a quiff. He was, you know, his body was lying there, dead, and he had a quiff. And I remember us, you know, being really upset and going in and being all nervous, and then looking in and seeing him with the quiff and just laughing. Like, what else can you do but laugh in that situation? And that's what real life is like. Real life isn't just grim and miserable. Real life is laughing when things are grim and miserable. Real life is laughing at funerals and then feeling guilty about it. Real life is tripping when you're making your dramatic exit or your car not starting, you know? Real life is all those stupid little things that make you giggle even when you are determined to be miserable. And no other writer I've ever come across captures that the way Russell T Davies does. I think that's a perspective on the world that we need, especially when things are shit, because they're shit now. So yeah, I really loved it. Oh, I can't. Get your tail out of my face, right? Trying to make a deep and meaningful point, and I've got a cat tail in my face. Like, that's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. Big, dramatic speeches are inevitably ruined by cats. That's just how the real world works.
So our protagonist is a guy called Henry. It's only the first episode, so I don't know a great deal about him. What we know is that, well, he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah, if you want to watch a review of Cucumber Melon and Tofu, because this isn't really a review, it's just me kind of crying about it. If you want to watch a review, a really good one is by Claudia Boleyn. I just watched her review of Cucumber and Banana, but mostly Banana, and it was really, really good. I agreed with. I mean, I usually agree with her, with her views on stuff. But she basically said everything that I'm thinking and can't articulate because I'm just too emotional about it. So yes, I will link to her review, because you should watch it, because it's really good. Okay, so I don't have time for a walk now, because I have to go meet Gemma in soon. I got distracted by crying over cucumber, banana, tofu, which I still haven't watched the tofu bit, but I will. I promise I will. Just haven't yet. Anyway, I have to go. So yeah.
You can't see us at all. Look how dark that is.
Bollocks.
Turn around this way.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you see us now?
It's Gemma. They can't.
Can you see me
They
now?
can't, Gemma, because this camera's shit and it's too dark.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll just talk in
We'll
blackness
talk.
anyway.
Hello.
Hello.
This is the lovely Gemma.
Hello. How are you? I've just been for a pint with the lovely Saoirse.
Oh. Yeah. No. That's look at that. Look how
Not
dark
even
that
visible
is.
in this.
No.
I'm the invisible woman.
We're both invisible.
Guess where I am?
You don't know.
I'm actually above
can't
Saoirse's
tell.
head.
She's
Try and
floating
spot
in
me.
the air.
Yes. I'm the invisible woman basically.
She
I'm
is
very
indeed.
hard to pick out.
She is
Yeah.
indeed.
No one ever spots me.
Yeah.
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 They just wonder who is that randomer just like bumping into them all the time
Yeah.
and like knocking over their shopping. That's
They're
me.
like, yeah, some random woman just flew past me, hit me in the head with a fucking stiletto heel.
It's even
Yeah.
harder when you're in work trying to deal with people because like there's just like cakes floating in midair and people are like, who is this person responding to me? They like just change
Yeah.
floating across the
Yeah.
counter into the till. That's
Yeah.
me.
That's her.
That's me.
That's her.
Invisible
So if
woman.
you're ever buying cake and get kicked in the head, you know who to blame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The invisible woman in the market.
Invisible woman in the market.
In the market.
I think that's enough because this is so dark. I mean, I'm gonna leave it in.
It's official, the end is here. The 50 Shades of Grey movie is coming to cinemas, and there's big posters, and I mean, it's gonna be hideous, but I think unlike the book, it's gonna be a flop, because at least the book has some sex in it. I mean, shit sex and abusive sex and awful shit, but it does, you can kind of say, oh, you know, graphic sex and people are gonna want to see that, but I think the film's like a 15s or something, so you're not allowed to have graphic sex, so people are gonna go and be like, what the fuck is this? And I don't think it's gonna do as well as they expect it to. At least that's what I'm hoping for, anyway, because I'm so tired. But I do have Subway! Yay! And I'm gonna watch Broadchurch, because I think there's an episode that I haven't seen, so yay! And then I'm gonna go for a walk and like walk off all the sub and the tired. It's too early.